Good evening. I'm here again to finish my review on the photographic exhibit titled Who Shot Rock 1955 Through the Present. It's currently taking place right now at the Brooklyn Museum of Art, and I really enjoyed this show, especially since it made the photographers more prominent than the artists that are depicted in the photos. Hey, I'm back again to finish my review of the Who Shot Rock photographic exhibit taking place right now at the Brooklyn Museum of Art. As I stated before, I was pretty excited to see this show. It just made me reminisce about how fun and exciting it was to go see shows. It just doesn't seem the same as it used to be. I guess I'm just living in a fantasy world, but to me it seems a little bit different. And it also made me think about the journey it takes for a fan to go see a show, all the technology involved, and all the background information that you need to put on a show, and what really takes place backstage, on stage, hairstylists, makeup artists, technical assistants, production assistants, roadies, you name it. And so also, the weather could be a factor. But anyway, let me get on to my review. I really enjoyed these pictures. I really did. Actually, you guys can see it for yourself in a book titled, let me see. In a book titled Who Shot Rock and Roll, A Photographic History 1955 to Present. It's actually compiled by Gail Buckland, and it was produced this year. So basically, the exhibit is most of the photos that are in this book. Anyhow, the exhibit opens with a video of Elvis Presley performing Jailhouse Rock. Oh no, sorry, Heartbreak Hotel. What? Performing Heartbreak Hotel. For one thing, that is just one of those euphoric, pivotal performances in which the whole world first got to see Elvis. It's 1955. He's shaking his hips, doing his signature move. So anyway, then it goes on to show a photo of David Lee Roth shot by Heinz Smith, and he liked to shoot performers right before they went on stage. So next, the exhibit goes into a whole bunch of shots of Elvis backstage, behind the scenes. So it just seemed to be all about Elvis, which is kind of funny to me because Elvis is a real controversial figure in the history of rock and roll. People love him, some people hate him. But anyhow, the next section is called Starting Out. Like I said, it's a lot about Elvis. And then you see Ike and Tina Turner performing in Memphis, Tennessee, looking very young and fresh. Next, you see Rolling Stones. Then you see the Beatles. The second section is called Behind the Scenes. There's a shot of Bob Marley and his band walking to a show, and they just look all about business. They're carrying their own instruments, which I admire, and they're just making it there, I guess, since the venue wasn't too far away, and this was shot in London by Ian Dixon. Another one I really like from the behind the scenes is a shot of John and Yoko Ono in bed. Most everyone has seen that photo. He's pretty much laying on top of her, and her hair is cascading down to the floor, and it really displays her beauty. The next section is, I forgot. Behind the scenes, there's a photo of Paul McCartney sitting in a car, and it's shot through the rearview mirror. Actually, it was shot by Linda McCarthy, and she was actually a photographer a rock photographer before she became his wife. The next section is called Set. I don't really get it. It really featured a lot of photos by Bob Dylan. And the one that I liked was taken by Barry Feinstein, and it was called Fan Looking in the Limousine. And it's just a picture of a fan looking through the tinted windows of a limo, trying to get a look at Bob Dylan. The next one is all about portraits, and these portraits are very interesting. There's the one of Tina Turner, which is on the cover of the book, Who Shot Rock and Roll. The next one is of James Brown, and it's kind of funny to me because he has curlers in his hair. The next one is of Axl Rose, and he has a really cute smile on his face. And then there's some gratuitous shots of Notorious B.I.G., Diddy, and like I was saying before, there was some gratuitous shots of Diddy, Notorious B.I.G. Those seem gratuitous because they seem to be shot by a photographer from Vibe magazine. I could just tell, I just remember the style of photography that was in that magazine. And they didn't just seem to fit into the flow of the whole exhibit. There was another one of the hip hop artist, Tupac Shakur. It was great. I like the story behind that shot. It just displayed his tattoos, thug life. He had on a pair of low slung jeans, and you could see his underwear. Simple as that. The story behind it said that he came with one assistant, and she came with just a suitcase, a couple of outfits. But then when he began to change, the photographer figured he didn't really need to put on those clothes. He just needed to display his body, and that really emphasized who he was. Well, in the end, what I found was that it lacked variety, and it should have been more photos of maybe Guns N' Roses, Los Lobos. Just make it more multicultural. And what else? Some artists from the Black Rock Coalition, possibly, like Living Color. So then I figured maybe not all photographers wanted to participate in the book, or maybe the curator of the exhibit could not find, or just could not get the original photos so that they could be displayed outside of the book on display. But anyhow, it was interesting to see in the end. One of the last things that a patron of the museum was able to do is create their own album cover. It's an appreciation of all the great album covers that are out there. There was a small section in the wall that displayed some, so I thought that was really great. So in my next video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite album covers of all time. Alright, thank you. Bye.